Hello, 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 and welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. It's been a long time, you guys. Yeah, we'll talk more about that in the next video. Today, I was so graciously sent the June Your Creative Studio box by Your Creative Studio. They asked me to do an unboxing and film it, and I was so happy to say yes because I love their boxes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not, but definitely go check them out. I will leave all the information, or I'll just put a link to their website in the description box below, so that way if you are interested you can easily go find them and enjoy their boxes. So this is, sorry, you guys, it's been a really long time since I filmed any videos, and I feel like a fish out of water at the moment. It'll come back to me, I know it will, but at the moment I'm feeling very self-conscious and like talking to myself. Anyway, I forgot what I was just saying. Oh, subscription box, and it's perfect for junk journalers, card makers, scrapbookers, memory keeping, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so it looks like the theme for this month was flower, so this is the June box. So may or may not be available anymore. And I'll also apologize for the lighting. I'm still trying to figure out this new filming situation. It's currently nighttime down here. It's currently nighttime. I'm in my basement, you know, in my new craft area, and it's just different from what I was used to in my old house. So please forgive the, if hopefully it's not bad lighting, but if it is, please forgive that. I am going to be working through that over the next few videos at least. So, all right. So they always send this really awesome thank you card, and it kind of is a precursor to whatever the, sorry, and we have an Oliver. Come over here, Oliver. Come here. You're making a shadow. Come here. It's always a really good preview of what the the theme for the month is going to be. Oliver, they don't want to see your butt. Come on. Thank you. Sorry about that. And then the back of it usually has a little saying, which is really cool. So this one, sorry, it's kind of hard to read. I'm going to have to take my glasses off to read it. Okay. The flowers are nature's jewels, with whose wealth she decks her summer beauty. George, can't read the last name. It's typed on there with like typewriter. Maybe you guys can read it better. Yeah, you heard me say it. I had to take my glasses off so I could read it. Oh, I don't know if I need bifocals now or what, but I really hope that I don't. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, and then if you're brand new to this, again, they always wrap their goodies in this really cool tissue paper, which is upside down at the moment. But I try to save this, and I'll actually use this in projects and stuff. So, yeah, so I'm going to be a little bit careful with that. Okay. Wow, all wrapped up in plastic. I might need to keep my utility knife handy. So yeah, if you're not new to my channel, you know that Oliver is used to running away when I start talking to myself. He's figured out that he doesn't get a lot of attention when I'm trying to film the video, so he just has decided to leave. If you don't know who Oliver is, he's my orange tabby cat, and he is very precocious. So, the other thing I love about Your Creative Studio packaging is I always like to keep the packaging because you can really reuse this in your projects as well. So, whoops. Okay, so this looks like, and I've purposely not been looking at anyone's unboxing videos because I wanted to be surprised with what was in here. So I am truly surprised. I knew it was going to be like a flower kind of theme, but I didn't really know anything else besides that. So it looks like we got a bunch of little stickers that are kind of washi tape style stickers. Okay, so it looks like that's the back. So really, really awesome for collaging. It's like a ticket. And for some reason mine are all backwards. So let's see. Oh, okay, that's the front then. So I just took it out the wrong way. Okay. I'm all thumbs at the moment. Here we go. All right. So let's give you kind of an idea of what these are. Sorry for the shadows. It's kind of different styles, kind of botanicals. We've got old advertising, maps, writing. Really cool. And then also in that box were these. So these are like vellum. Again, these are going to be for like collaging and stuff. Perfect for collaging. It's upside down. I think these are all going to be upside down. Map. Backwards business. And then these are some paper ones. So of old advertising. So really cool. Really excited about those. Okay, what do we got here? It says post box, but I'm guessing these are going to be some more stickers. Watch me slice my finger open. It's time for me to get a new one, and I'm really sad because this is like my favorite cutter of all time, and I'm just like trying to keep it for as long as I possibly can. Some of you can relate. I know that some of you can relate. Okay, or these could be paper. Oh no, okay, what do we got? This is like a little book of, feels like stickers. Flower moon. Yeah, they feel very much like stickers. Very cool. So it looks like, yeah, botanical kind of turned into stamps. Stickers. I like this. These are the kinds of things that you should just keep on your desk, ready to be used whenever you need something like for collaging and stuff. Okay, so this one is a cling stamp. Alright, so we've got a bouquet of flowers. Very, very cool. Love that. Yeah, I can tell I'm really gonna like this box. We've got another envelope that says cling stamp. So usually in every box you get a mixture of cling stamps, stickers. This looks like more flowers. Okay, so we've got like a trio of flowers here. Little rosebuds. Very, very cool. See if you can see that very well. And then this little rosebud here. Love it. I don't know that I'll decorate with these tonight. I think I'll do the unboxing tonight, and then tomorrow maybe we'll decorate with them. And I'll have it all in the same video because I can tell that the shadows are just really not helping right now. So, plus also I'm feeling very self-conscious still. So, okay, this says masking tape, which to us we know that as washi tape. save this envelope and reuse it. Because why not, right? Alright, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, very pretty flowers. Looks like it's just going to be a repeating pattern of the same flower, which I love that. Okay, same flower in different kind of positions. Very pretty. This will be very easy to use too, which I always really appreciate with washi tape. Sometimes washi tape can be so specific, and then it's like I really love the pattern, but then I don't ever know how to use it because it doesn't really fit with whatever normal things that I'm doing, or you know, whatever. If it's a really specific style, then you kind of have to basically do that style. And it's kind of sometimes feels like a waste because then you just never use it all. I will be keeping this for making ephemera. And then it looks like we've got some more stickers here. So we've got some labels, and they're kind of a beigey green color. Some more labels with gold foiling, which is really cool. I love these. These are cool. Look at that. And then triangle stickers of a train. Again, just like super perfect for collaging. And very neutral tones, which is, I think they listen very closely to what people say about what's in the boxes, because I can tell that yeah, I can tell that they listen to their customers for sure, and I really appreciate that about them too. I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me for free. I actually was a subscriber to this subscription box for quite a long time, actually, before. So I don't spend my money if I don't appreciate what I'm buying, right? So there's a reason, because I really like this subscription box. So, all right, so we've got some more awesome stickers. Again, they're flower designs. And like all kinds of yellow flowers with like beige backgrounds mostly. And then look at that pretty bird on a postcard, and a butterfly. Oh yes, I really like these. These are very cool. I almost said poppy, and then I almost said peony. That's not at all right. It'll come to me in a minute. Pansy, that's what those are. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this says paper ephemera, and again, I'm definitely going to keep this background and reuse it and turn it into a journaling card. Okay, so these are kind of like thin cardstock, not thick cardstock, but awesome that they're not on a white background, so they're already kind of like vintage looking, which is amazing. So it's going to be super easy to add these to any kind of collage that I might be working on. Just distress around the edges a little bit and you're good to go. I mean, honestly, you probably don't even have to distress. And you're probably going to laugh at me, but I actually appreciate that these aren't stickers, because I don't know about you, but trying to get the backing off stickers like this can sometimes be such a pain, and it takes so long that it's almost not even worth using them sometimes, you know? It's like, just takes so long. So, very cool. I'm getting inspired to do some more journaling, guys. So yes, we will definitely be using these. And I'll do a spread or two in a journal. Okay, so this also says paper ephemera. So I'm guessing these are going to be more like journaling card style, maybe. So here's the background from that. Okay, this is good already. I'm going to start with the big ones. So paper ephemera here, and then ooh, vellum, and really pretty background, yellow polka dot, or it's yellow with white polka dots, and then another very pretty background. I feel like this might be vellum. Yes. Okay, I like these. So these are the kind of thing I would back with some tea-dyed paper, or you know, just something else to give it a little bit more stability. But I really like the mixture of paper and vellum in this little pack. So kind of the same idea, but in smaller size. Oh, really pretty. It's kind of green with orangey red flowers. Very cool. Okay, and I think then that's the same for the rest of them. Getting close to the end. Okay, so, oh, this is, okay, so these are packaged in, I'm not going to take this out, but these are packaged in a plastic to keep them safe, but it's pieces of tissue paper. Let's see, probably should go this direction. So on a yellow background with really pretty flowers, a dragonfly, and a butterfly. Very cool. So yeah, that'll be really fun to work with. And then here's her sheet of stickers that she's designed for this box. Very nice. These are always so nice. And you could use these in a planner too if you wanted to do that. Okay, and then looks like we've got some more paper ephemera. Can never have too much of this. Just got all the makings of really cool collages going on here, huh? So, okay, this is some clear acetate. And then you can put it on top of, you know, something like this. And then we've got, okay, some different versions of old antique-y letters. So really cool. Old handwriting. Oh, I love that. Very cool. Yep. Really, really cool. So, yes, like I said, these are kinds of the things that you just keep out on your desk and have them handy for whenever you need something to collage with, because that's what I like to use them for. Okay, and then we have some clear stickers. I don't know how well you can see. Let me put them on this background. I don't know how well that, I don't know if that made it any better, but really, really cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, I can't wait to create with all these goodies. Like I said, I'll do that creation tomorrow when it's brighter outside and I don't have as many shadows and things. So yeah, will be just 1 second for you and it'll be a whole day for me. So I'll be right back. All right, everybody. So I'm back. It's actually been more than a day. So yeah, I went ahead and made a journal. I kind of just felt like I needed to play around in this new crafting space. It's pretty bare bones. There's not much to it. The cover is just from a file folder box, so it's a little bit bendy, and basically all I did was I cut it to shape to the right size, 2 of them, and then I had a bunch of extra bits and pieces of paper, so I just kind of pasted that onto the front and the back of each one of them, and then did a wash of gesso, and then once that was dry, I took distress spray. No, this was distress paint in the light pink color. I don't remember what the name of it was. And then a distress spray in copper. Yeah, and then I made a spine. I covered with 2 pieces of ribbon. Sorry, I'm gonna keep doing that. This is a lot closer to me than I'm used to. 2 pieces of ribbon that meet in the middle, and then another ribbon covering that. And then this ribbon happens to have frayed edges that were hitting right at the spine edges, and I really didn't like that, so I covered that with this other lace here. What else did I do? Oh, I sewed around the perimeter of the entire thing, and this, so that this wouldn't, you know, come up over here as well. I did a zigzag stitch. This is just some spare fabric that I covered the inside of the spine with, and then it's just one signature of various kinds of brown paper and like paper bag and stuff like that. So I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and turn this journal into a Your Creative Studio journal and use this box to decorate it with. So while I had my spray stains out, I went ahead and stained each of these little bags. And then this has picked raspberry distress stain on it, in addition to the lighter pink. The light pink, the really light pink, is basically white. But yeah, I thought that would look really nice with the colors of our box. So I don't know how much I'm going to do today, but figured this would be a fun little project to work on for the next, you know, amount of time. So let me go ahead and get my things out so I can remember what I have to work with here. In the meantime, I have got new light. Well, I'm supposed to have 2, but one of the light bulbs isn't working. That came with the light. It's like those studio lights that are like diffused light. So hopefully it's better. I guess I'll see what it looks like on the actual screen once I'm done, you know, editing and everything. So, okay. Do we want to use this? Might be good for, well, it'd be good for a journaling card for sure, but I'm wondering potentially on the cover to kind of sturdy up the cover just a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and then we have this really awesome tissue paper here too. So, okay, I'm just gonna move this off to the side over here and just try and use as much of this as I possibly can, I think. Okay, so I'm trying to get some ideas now at the moment. Nothing super good is coming to me yet, but I remembered that I had these awesome vellum sheets of paper. Well, and these papers too, which could be really good for backgrounds. So, is this one piece? Okay, this is just thick. It's thicker than I expected. So I'm thinking, obviously, 1 or 2 of these would be really nice for background. I don't know that I want yellow necessarily on the front cover. Well, that's really pretty. Okay, or I'm gonna keep this one handy. The paper version. Okay, so there's a cardstock and then a paper version. I see. Well, I'll keep the cardstock for a journaling card. And so we've got greens. Yellows again, which I said I didn't really want. on the cover. This might be nice, but it is still kind of yellow. Get the paper version of that. So there must be a cardstock, a paper, and then a vellum of each of those. So that's really kind of cool. Oh, here's the vellum one. Okay. Well, if I put this there, which I know I just said I didn't really want to do that. No. I might not like that. It's kind of, oh, here, we have more pink. This might be more what I want. Okay, let's pull that out, put this there. Okay, and then we have got so many good things. And of course, Oliver's trying to get into the box that had the the lights in. Okay, so let's save that for something else. These are what I was thinking. Okay. That's a really nice color. I like this one better, I think. Oliver? Ooh. Or should we use that one? Okay. You guys, I'm so out of practice. This feels really weird. I don't quite know how to feel about all of this yet. It's, yeah. Thank you for your patience. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I feel like I gotta rough up the edges of this just a bit. So I'm going to rip off the edge. I need kind of a darker color, which I'm not really seeing handy. I may just go get some more brown paper so that I can get something grounded there. And then I was thinking too, I probably would want to do some messy stitching on this to kind of match with what else I've got going on the cover. Okay, that feels better. This feels too busy, so there's a bit of brown paper. This is too perfect. Okay. It's always a process, isn't it, guys? Every single time, it's just kind of like you just got to get yourself back into the swing of things. At least I feel like that anyway. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We've got these. I don't know. These might be just too busy. There's a lot of kind of text happening here. Yeah, that's the right way out. No. Yeah, not for this cover. I'm wondering, I wonder if I stamp this kind of there. can't do that though, because if I'm gonna take this off and sew around it, then that would be tragic. It wouldn't work. Okay, so we got all kinds of flowers. I need a focal point, and I'm not really seeing that, but this might do something for me. I like this too. This kind of matches. It's a little bit much though. This one I like better. Oliver, you're being noisy. I like that one, but let's see. This one might be nice too. I like that better, I think. And I'll probably, let's do one of each of those there. See if we can find a butterfly or something. These are really pretty. Okay, no butterfly. We've got more stickers here. Okay, here we go. This is kind of what I was thinking I needed. Something like that. Some kind of label. Oh, a bird. No. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stick with the thought that I've got going here. So okay, so I went ahead and I just cut around the edges of these, and then I inked around the edges of all of them. So let me go ahead and put this back kind of the way I had it, and then we'll go ahead and do our little collage for the cover here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Maybe more like that. Maybe more like that. Okay, and then we have our little thing there. And then I pulled these out and I didn't even look through them. I need something kind of ticket-like. Something like that. Maybe something like this. This would be a good one. I like that actually. And actually, I think I prefer this. Sorry about the air conditioner. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I ordered a microphone. I didn't pay attention, and it's for iPhones, and I don't have iPhones, so there's no way for me to plug it into my phone. It's the wrong connection, so I just ordered a new one. Should have it in a few days, and then I'm just gonna return the other one that I didn't need then. So, and then hopefully soonish, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna have someone come and put walls around my HVAC and stuff, because yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's just all kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So, okay. Maybe that can sit like that, and then maybe that can sit amongst it, potentially, like, I don't know, that. I want that up there. is kind of a strong, kind of like that over there though, by itself. Oops. Okay, so if I did, I keep, I'm out of practice. I need my tweezers. Here we go. Quit moving everything every time. Okay. I'm just gonna commit. Stick this down, and then I'm gonna glue behind where the stickers are on the vellum so that it doesn't show. Ooh, and I haven't used this glue in a very, very long time, so let's hope that it'll come out and not give me troubles today. Okay, so let's go about there. And then I'm gonna wait for these two. I think I want that kind of there. Is this even a sticker? This is not a sticker. I'm trying to make it be something that it's not. Okay, so about there, and then put that down. Okay, now we've got ourselves one of these. And a couple of these. Well, I kind of like how these are sitting right here, so I'm going to go ahead and attach them to each other. Maybe. Oh, are these are stickers. Well, that's fine. By the time I glue and sew things, they will be stuck. I won't have to worry about things coming apart, so. Okay. How about like that? And then, yes, I just realized I did not need to add all that glue back here. I'll do that later. Okay. And then I like the idea of this coming out from the middle. I think this is a sticker, so yep. Okay, so that's what we got going on so far. I'm gonna do some messy stitching on this here, and then we can stick it down to the cover and get working on some of the inside. Okay, so just a little bit of stitching, not overboard. I actually have pink on the top, and then this kind of taupe color on the bottom. And in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have done that zigzag stitch there, but that's all right. Okay, by the time, yeah, whenever, by the time I glue this down, it'll be fine. So, okay, let's glue this. Okay, so there's our cover. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. This looks like it's kind of coming up there. All right, so yep, and you can add a date or whatever you want to use the journal for. So that'll work well. Oh, I was maybe going to stamp. I wonder if I should still. No, I feel like that's too much. It's a little overkill, maybe. Nope, I don't want to do that. Okay, so moving on. We've got, I'm gonna make some room here. I got too much stuff. This over there. Okay, so when you open the journal, we've got a nice big area for something to be added here. I do think a stamp on this page would be nice though. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. And this isn't, oops, yeah, I knew I was going to get ink all over myself. This isn't going to maybe be a perfect stamp because I've got, yeah, not an even surface. And I don't have this mounted, so let's see. It's about like that. Okay, well, not great, but that's all right. Just let that dry. And then I had made this pocket. Thought it would be kind of cool to tip it in somehow. Maybe I don't want that one there though. Maybe this one's better. Yeah, I like this one better. So let's go ahead and decorate this then. Just really trying not to overthink. Oh, here we go. This is what we want. Do something like this. Yep, okay. Let's go ahead and, oh, these are even better. Washi stickers. Okay, and then thinking maybe one of these. One of these skinnier ones. Okay, and then let's see. Let's pick one of these. Maybe one of the white ones. Ooh, that one might be perfect. Okay. Maybe. How do you, oh, there we go. Just like that. How cute. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then we'll find something to put into it. Let's make a little journaling card. And I'm making it a tuck spot and also a pocket. So let's see. Well, that'll fit, but it's a little snug. That fits better. Thought maybe one of these might be kind of perfect. But they're just a little bit too tight. So I'm gonna grab my, okay. No, I'm just gonna ink around the edge. I don't feel like cutting out that whole sticker. Okay, and then stick that down. I'm just trimming off the edges just a little bit so that it's really easy to pull in and out of the pocket there. And everything's sticking to me. So actually, I think I'm going to fix this too here. There we go. There. That tucks in there nice and snug. And then, let's see. Wouldn't that be nice on that page? Or that page. Trying to decide how I can manage that. It's like not, no, I don't want it on there. Let's pull these out. I don't know that these are gonna be great on this color of paper, but let's just kind of see. Yeah. But, sorry, the sun is coming in. Yeah, lighting is going to become an issue with this new crafting setup. I'll say that, I guess. So, okay, well, that's not quite what I was thinking, so I'm going to keep that for something else. How about I'm going to sew around the edge of this and make it look like I sewed it onto the journal or onto the page. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and glue this down. And then of course we have to add more to it. Can't leave it just like that. Get it straight though. Okay, and then now we've got ourselves a nice little pocket that we can tuck something into, kind of like that. Is that what we want to tuck in there? We've got sturdier ones here. Oh, this will be perfect. It's oriented the right direction. Do that. And then let's see. Maybe make a little pull tab or something. I don't know. Oh, here we've got this washi tape. Go ahead and add some of this on the bottom. And of course we have to ink around the edges of this. Let's see. I think we need more flowers. Don't you agree? We need more something. Well, that's pretty. go. Let's add that down there. There. Now we have a nice little pocket, and when you write on here, that'll show through this vellum pocket. Really cute. Okay. So let's see, what do we want to do here? Maybe I'll just glue this down, kind of hide what happened there. I mean, you can write on all of this, but just a different surface to write on top of, which is always nice. We add stamp at the bottom. Whoops. Whoops. That's what these are for. I use them a lot. Especially lately. I am just feeling so out of sorts, like not my usual self. Although I will say, having this light fixture over here feels kind of like a wall, which is making me feel better. It's kind of strange, like being in this big open space that I'm really not used to having. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, you know? Gotta get used to it. Oh, that's a nice one. Let me shut this before I make more of a mess. Let me show you what that looks like. That turned out really nice. Okay, and then now let's see. Oh, we've got this little booklet of stampy things. Stickers. Really not sure what these are. They feel like stickers to me, so. But I'll be honest, I don't like all that extra white space around the edge. So let's see. I'm just gonna cut. Yeah, I don't really think I'll use these as often because I don't want to have to cut this off and then ink around them, and honestly it'd be easier just to cut them in squares, get rid of the little scallop edges. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's see. Put something behind this. Oh. We've got all this great stuff here. There we go. That looks kind of cute, actually. I like that. So those are washi stickers. So that's that. Okay, so I think let's decorate one more page and then I'll probably be done for today. We've got more of these. I haven't really... Oh, you know what? I was gonna do a open... Maybe I'll save that for another time. That's a little bit more involved. Let's see. Well, I just like that just sitting there, actually. I don't feel like I have to do much of anything other than ink around the edges. I'm gonna say that that is up. We'll say that that's up. Oh, is this? No, these are on... This is paper. This is paper. Okay. I can't tell what's paper and what's sticker. Alrighty. I like this on this color background too. It's really pretty. I feel like we should have another pocket up here, maybe. Let's see, we should do a pocket out of. Alrighty. And then I feel like maybe I should use one of these to match what we just did down on the other side. So let's see. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so if we put this there, we stick that there, and we stick this here, and add more glue later. I'm going to sew around this one too. Okay, so I just did a messy double stitch around the edge of that, and then now I'll just glue that down and we can stick another journaling card inside. I feel like I'm going really heavy with my glue today. It's so out of practice, you guys. I feel like nothing feels natural right now. Okay. And then let's see what we can find for another journaling card here. Actually, this might be kind of nice. That's gonna get hidden. What's this green? Maybe the, oh, we did the green one already. Well, that one actually is better. It's not vellum, so it doesn't hide so well as much. Okay, so let's put that in there. And that's our spread for that. Okay, well, I'll keep working on this journal. I don't know that I'll decorate literally every page, but it's just a one-page, you know, journal. Thought it would be kind of fun to use up some of these supplies and just do some decoration. Probably end up in my Etsy shop whenever it's all done. So yeah, just a little fun project. I don't know why I started on this though. Oh, we've got another tuck spot here. Because I need to get started on Halloween journals. So maybe this one will just end up being a fun little something for today, and then Halloween journals coming soon instead. Do I like that better? I think I like that better. Okay, I will quit messing around and call this one done. Alright guys, well I hope you had fun with me today. Like I said, I'll have a link in the description to the Your Creative Studio website if you're interested. I highly recommend them. It's just a fun little, you know, thing to get once a month, and you can sign up for different lengths of time. If you don't want to sign up for a terribly long time, you don't have to. You can just get 1 month, I think, to try it out. So, alright guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!